Let's see if this works. Okay. So there's an excellent connection. I do not see video yet. There we are. There should be a new link up now. And we'll see if we can maintain a connection longer this time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Otherwise, this is going to be a bust for now, and I'm not going to be sure how we can rectify this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's return to game. Alright, where were we at talking about the technology behind why this might work?
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I can barely hear you right now.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, I've adjusted.
Got it!
I should be able to hear you and the game now at a reasonable level.
I don't know if anybody else can hear you, though.
Oh, fascinating.
Quiet to me, too.
Wonder what that's about. Well, let me, let's see if I can get...
It seems to be maintaining a connection now, but
Okay.
yeah, your audio's
What is going
pretty imbalanced compared to Oh, I know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that the game, looking at it, watching live on the stream.
Yeah. Here's how. Let's try this. Modify the game audio volume.
There you go.
This is the way this is going to happen.
Bring it down a little bit.
Yeah. There we go.
Quit the no, you have to hit B and then yes. No. Yes.
No,
Wait,
it's
what?
Without applying changes.
Hit B to go back?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
A. Hit A to save settings. Super confusing. Or X
There we
button,
go.
I guess.
Yeah, no, yeah, because it's mapped to 360
PlayStation
controls.
controller.
There we go. I hope everybody's having a fun time watching us stumble through trying to stream a game.
Yep.
All right. Now you can talk. Systems. Why is this working?
Yeah, so the way Wise works, the way Wise works, wow. Basically, Wise is the game audio engine. They basically make it easy for game developers to sorry, just sending something real quick. Okay. They make it really easy for people to put music assets into a game, assign it into a location, play music. You know, if you have background music, that kind of thing.
What is going
Wise
on?
is really excellent at that. More modern music systems, like today's Wise, have features that allow way more dynamic use of scheduling of audio and a bunch of other stuff. Return to title.
Yeah, because I'm gonna balance the audio again.
Oh, okay. So I'll keep talking about this in the meantime. Basically, Unreal Engine has music and audio capabilities in it, which, you know, this game is built with Unreal Engine and Wise, but the music capabilities of Unreal Engine are a little bit limited compared to what you can get with Wise. Wise has this really interesting capability where you can basically treat the game as a MIDI timeline. Now, MIDI is like, for those who don't know, you know, if you have an electric keyboard and you can connect it into software on your computer, that's done through MIDI generally speaking. And a lot of instruments, digital instruments, connect to MIDI. Those of you who are, let's say, 35 and up may remember MIDI files for music distribution way back in the 90s. They were very small compared to WAV files or MP3s. And that's because they were basically sheet music for the computer, and your computer would generate beeps and boops. So they didn't sound like you would hear on the radio because they were, generated. What Wise does is it allows you to schedule along a timeline, the MIDI timeline, which is basically like a digital piece of sheet music. The game can dynamically say, in this measure or in this beat, play this little riff or this little micro piece of music. So it's basically on the fly composing the game. And I suspect that they're hooking into that system for this game in particular, where they have effectively a timeline, and when you hit, they're saying, okay, launch that layer of like MIDI instrument. I have a bunch of sound files loaded, banks, and I'm gonna have those sort of trigger in time with the music so that it synchronizes and it feels right. It mixes into the track, and you have this very musical feel.
I'm on a stage.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like playing, right? Like there is an immediacy to your hit in that responding.
Whoa!
If you're hitting outside of their responding, it says, "Hey, you're trying to hit on time." When you hit with the time, like you're early, there is like a noticeable like a couple of hundred milliseconds.
All right, everyone, ready for something wild?
The game is waiting.
Chai's here, and his attacks sync up with the music. You all want to see it in action?
Like, okay,
let's start with a light attack, a one-beat attack that quickly
Yeah, so-
connects combos. Go ahead, try it
Yeah,
out.
this looks familiar to me, and I'm sure Justin, having worked on Rock Band and related games. Like,
Now try a combo
this
and
is
beat.
this is basically like, or,
This
you
will
know,
be what
even
perfect
Dance Central,
timing
where you
feels
have speakers on a stage, people going yay, and like a crowd. He's holding a guitar.
2, 3, go!
Nice.
Look at you. Perfect timing on that one.
Oh yeah!
Your attacks always land on the beat, but press
Oh,
the attack
yes.
button exactly on the beat to give bonuses in battle. Looks like you're ready for more. Head on over.
Of accepted input. For an anticipated beat, it's still acceptable. 100 milliseconds after delayed input, it's still acceptable. This one seems to have a
How about delivering some real damage? The heavy attack. This
Oh,
one
wow.
takes 2 beats to land.
Yeah, Justin,
so
you're
listen
very
carefully
quiet
for
in
the
this,
beat
the
in the
actual
middle.
stream.
I got
am
this.
I? Cool.
Yeah, I got a message that said you're almost inaudible, and apparently there's audio distortion or something when I'm coming through.
Cool. I don't know how to fix that at all.
Right?
Yeah. I can just play with my gain. This is the gain. And this might be a bit better, but someone's going to have to give me feedback on whether or not that works. You'll also probably be able to start hearing me like breathe because I just turned up the gain.
Yeah, I'm peaking. I can probably turn down my gain or something. Yeah, it pops when I talk.
Yeah, I can also do a leveling out on yours, but
Do we have time for that?
the question is whether or not I can do it midstream without it causing an issue.
I got a message that said you are now better.
Yeah, I turned up my gain because I think I'm like side talking into the microphone. There we go. That might work. And that also has a gain filter on yours. So hopefully this is okay.
I've turned down the gain on mine, so
Okay.
All right. Now try out a heavy combo and rhythm. This is the kind of time.
sounds like we're better.
Yeah, this game does have like a lot of imprecise feeling input.
Yes.
So this is like okay. So the heavy beats can only be hit as fast as every other beat.
Yeah!
Yeah,
And the
beats
crowd
1 and
goes
3.
wild.
Chai, 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 chai,
But it does give you the impression that you're putting input and it's not doing anything. Right? Like there's this whole feeling where it's just like I'm pressing buttons, but the response from the animation is not responsive to what you're doing. So the ideal is you're only pressing buttons on beat if you want to feel like you have responsive gameplay, which well, as you know, Eric, I'm not the biggest proponent for it. I've had issue with that sort of favoring rhythm gamelay over actual like responsive feeling gameplay to get like a rhythm feeling. And
Here we go.
something we were able to achieve with a lot of our tech demos.
Yep.
Pick them out.
Okay.
Nice. So you're still graded partially on
Like how good
your timing was great, and your clear time was great. I don't know why you got a C instead of when the other two things were an S and an A.
that is definitely like a legacy of the team who built this.
Oh yeah.
It's like where it's like, no, you have to be perfect. Which,
Well, that was awesome.
yeah, it just means like casual. It's like the same thing with Devil May Cry, right? I feel like with that game, unless you're playing perfectly, they're always gonna be like, hey, you got to see. And it's just like, okay, it gives me something to achieve, but I'm not playing this game to become perfect at it. And this is probably very similar, at least for me. I'm sure for other people who like the type of Devil May Cry type game, but also like rhythm games, might find a lot of value in this.
Yeah. See, it's been interesting. Like this part is not a rhythm comment, but like in that section that you just ran through, in my initial playthrough, I wanted to hop into the garden and try to smash trash cans and whatever, and nothing was responsive. And I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
the big open empty space.
Hello there. Can I be of assistance?
Can you?
What are you?
Vandalay Smartbridge VASF07, but commonly known as Smidge.
Not very catchy, but
I can analyze your well-being and guide you to satisfaction. Let me indulge.
hey, no indulging.
You seem to have musical robot power.
The other thing I'll note too here
Would
is
you
that
like me
like
to explain your malfunctioning
the way we're playing with the
abilities?
audio is you have your base
So
layer
it
of audio,
seems
and
your
this
problem
speaks to
is
what you're saying in
hacking
their
enemies
design.
with the beat.
You have
Yeah.
a base layer of audio, which
Is
is like
the
your whole actual like
problem.
rhythm backtrack,
Attacking enemies on
and
the
then
beat does
your
more damage,
inputs are
so I
prompting
sense it's
MIDI
beneficial for you to do so.
MIDI bank
For some
playback,
people,
which
the beat is hard to
is a
find.
way of doing
Like
it,
inner peace.
but it does feel like
Here
these things are
some
kind of
tips.
unmarried.
Your
What you're
attacks
getting
always
instead
land on the
is MIDI that is pitch shifted to the right, probably musical note, or just played at the right musical note. So they probably have a full music bank of stuff on the correct keys. And then the playback is in time and the animation is in time. This is, again, something that we played with a lot in our demos to get kind of the same effect. But there is like a noticeable, like, this doesn't feel like it's the same music. It feels like it's a complementary audio layer that is meant to complement the audio, not actually fundamentally change the audio.
And since
Yeah,
it's
it's
beneficial to
definitely
attack
riff,
on
sort of riff based.
beat, pressing the attack button again when you're and if you need even more help, it seems you have a rhythm assist.
Yeah, it gives you the Crypt of the
Why don't you try it
Necrodancer
out on
UI
me?
overlay
Want me to hit you?
as an option.
If you need
So
help,
I
don't
think that's a little bit
hesitate to
misleading,
chat.
though. Is they're like, you don't have to play on the rhythm to enjoy the game, but the game feels awfully bad if you're playing it without the rhythm.
Yeah, I would say that I basically agree, and the reason for that is that their slop windows are generally really forgiving. I think you can modify the settings to adjust how precise it requires you to be. But at the same token, with a broader slop window, it's sort of like you'll be just swinging and the riffs come in suddenly and you're not even necessarily trying, and it just feels a little bit discordant. Because you're like, oh, I guess that was a musical hit. Cool. Instead of like, no, commit to like, I'm going to make every hit a musical hit. Or, do a less noticeable reward for the user. But like, They show multiple things when you do a musical hit. There's a hey from like a crowd. There's a clap. There's a guitar riff. There's some visuals on the screen. So there's everything in the game is sort of reinforcing play to the beat for the best play.
That's the defect? Looks suspicious.
Could be.
Hey! You looking for me?
Yeah, I think maybe if the slot windows were smaller, it might be a bit more
Try
spots
and
for
catch this?
non-musical playing, but
What's weird is that they don't really have like a little
And
riff for like
Now, what am
a
I supposed to do?
battle end. You know, some sort of
Thanks for helping my cat.
finisher
Need a
thing.
hand?
yeah.
Oh, that's convenient. Looking to get out of here!
Well,
I mean, it's cool that everything is bouncing. I would just
Hey! Yelling like this is awkward!
feels like there
Can you
could be
speed this
more
up?
done to
Fine then.
make it a
Look,
bit
I
more
hacked the access panel.
of what the game's
Connect
meant to
my
be,
Twitch
which
and
is
come
like
up.
a brawler, just one that's not like do everything precisely.
Yeah. Like the jumping, the double jumping is weird to me
Man,
because
Project
it's
Armstrong
hard
turned
to
out
if
be
you're
really
trying
bummer.
to double jump
I want a
with,
cool robot
musically.
arm. Target on my head.
Like it's a very weird timing set to get right.
Yeah, I was like jumping to the beat, but then when you want
missed
to correct mid-air, it feels wrong.
Yeah, because your jump peak is not at the beat timing. So even if you start on beat, the middle of the jump is not going to be on beat, so you don't get the reward. It just seems a little like a missed opportunity if they're otherwise so focused on beat hitting. Or even having the ability. Maybe this comes later in the game. You know, like we're still at tutorial stage, but maybe they have a thing where eighth notes. Everything right now is on a 4x4 grid.
Which is actually something that we figured works on our bit. Like we need everything like on a standard beat.
Hello! I'm here.
When doing brawling
Cat
games at a
rescuer?
fairly
You
fast
said you'd help
BPM
out?
in order for it to the tempo for it to
Such
feel
a good
like
idea.
responsive
Good,
enough.
you made it.
Yeah.
Down here.
Then you can do things like eighth notes if
All
you
right,
have a
so I'll
slow
keep this
BPM,
up.
but because that's eighth note is
I saw you fight back there.
instead of 1,
I think we
2,
might be
3,
able to
4,
help each other.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
Security's all over you.
as in
I could help
one
you.
measure.
Yeah.
Stop! Okay, whoa. That was you back there? You're a cat?
No, this is 808. She is a cat, but I built her.
That looks like a
Bob.
Metallica
Like I was
symbol.
saying,
You know, I
In
thought my
Japanese.
music robot
Right.
arm power was crazy, but this is, probably better off by myself.
dude, listen. Vandelay's up to something, and I said I can help.
Thanks, but I'm good.
Whoa.
Special powers.
Yeah, it's Pokemon. Is that those shrinking circles? Like Pokemon Go.
Oh, it's not responding.
What did you do?
Oh, hold on, did you just feel that? That beat? I think we got something here.
Look who's back. Andy's got a.
I gotta say that the
Thanks
voice
to
acting, I'm really happy with
Jai's
the
got
voice
a
acting.
new
in
skill
this.
up his
It's, like,
sleeve.
really well
Beat
done.
it.
It's Clank's voice.
Who?
It's a timing-based
The guy who's
bonus
doing
attack at the end of a
Chai's
combo.
voice is
On
Clank.
the last hit,
Guy who
watch
does
from
Ratchet's
Ratchet
Ratchet's
and
voice.
and
Excuse
press
me.
any attack button to land.
Well then.
Talk is cheap. Let's try it out.
Okay.
Ooh, let's try that one again.
Ooh.
There it is. Going pro.
Well, you have to hit that. You get 4, and then it gives you a timing circle. And if you hit the timing circle, it gives you an extra bonus.
Try a beat hit with your heavy combo. You're on your own with this one.
All right. Is that right?
It's 1, 3. Now. There you go.
This is awesome.
I guess it's probably a little bit weird for me to be timing you because you're getting a little delay.
Yeah, that's right. You're getting a delay.
From the
Everybody's
internet.
getting a delay. It probably seems pretty weird from an
I think
observer's
we got something
perspective.
going on.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Hey, so offer reconsidered, but I'm gonna borrow your cat for a little bit.
What? Why?
Hey, you wanted to help, right? And don't worry, it's just till I get out of here.
Better not run off with her.
Oh, I need to calm things down a little bit. When I get loud and excited, it keeps the mic still. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, I will endeavor to keep my voice to a more manageable volume.
I still
this
find
is-
that heavy hit weird.
Yeah, there's something about the way that works.
Bring it on.
That feels a little bit wonky. I also wish, just from a gameplay standpoint, that there was some other way. I understand why they do it, but the big red and green circles in the center of the screen are a little bit
Ready for
distracting. Like, I can't, it's so much in-your-face rhythm that I can't focus on the enemies that I'm fighting because it's covering them.
Got an egg.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah, I really feel like the brawling mechanic's interesting, but you cannot play it like a normal brawler. Like
Well,
it does hit
like all of them.
if you whiff like your timing window,
Maybe
but
things aren't so bad after all.
it feels real
Remind me to ask you
unresponsive if
later
you're
how you
not
did all
playing
that.
on beat.
Like,
and
I
even outside your
Anyway,
slot
your turn.
windows, it still feels
need
like,
to
oh,
get
I
out
counted
of-
that as a beat, but it's still
Wherever I
gonna
am.
have like a
You're in
50
production,
millisecond
and the
delay.
only direct exit is
Yeah,
through quality
there's,
assurance.
you know,
You see it?
fighting game-wise, to me, it feels a heck of a
So
lot
many
more like a
buildings. It's hard to tell.
Tekken than it
It's
does
the one that
other
literally
types of
says
games. And I say
QA
Tekken
center
because
on it.
Tekken's attacks
Oh,
are really kind
yeah,
of connected
that
to
one.
the animations.
But with that way out,
The
they're
timing
probably
windows for
expecting
when you
it,
can,
so
Yeah, me
make
at way
moves
out.
happen. At least,
Let's go.
the last time I seriously played Tekken was back in Tekken 2. It's been a long time since that period, but my recollection was that it was very particular about timing and, making it feel sort of stilted input versus other fighting games. You can just sort of like mash the button
The
until
hockey isn't
the
gonna get you
animation
out of
starts,
it.
and then you can start mashing the button for the other
best
one, and it
solution
doesn't
is
matter.
the most obvious.
That's wrong and terrible
Whereas,
advice.
and it'll go as fast
You're
as it can.
wanted.
Like
You
once the
need to
animation is
outsmart
ready,
them.
it'll trigger the next
I'll
attack.
fight my way out.
In this
You're
game,
an idiot. That's literally the opposite
it
of
sort of
outsmarting.
queues up attacks and doesn't really. It almost punishes you for poor timing and button mashing.
Yeah, I mean, like, certainly with the platforming, it feels like that. Like, oh, I'm going to time
yeah.
my jumping to the rhythm, but when you do that, you miss your jumps and everything. You're like, jumping to the rhythm does not feel right at all.
Yeah.
But it does give you, like, the audio.
Oh, you mean like the effects?
Yeah,
Guitar?
you hear the, it's like a guitar trill that plays when you do it. Although it's not rhythmic, actually. Whereas,
No,
like,
it's
this
totally-
feels like it's... Actually, you know what? The hey is not actually key-tuned either.
No, the hay is not. It's not key tuned. I think it's timing. It's quantized.
Quantized,
To
yeah,
whatever the
absolutely
music is doing.
quantized, but they're not pitch shifting it to match the music.
The
I thought
hey
they
is-
were, but
Oh.
so like you can play to the beat, and it's like it's musical in the sense that it's rhythmic. It's not musical in the sense that it actually like honors what the
Modifies.
background audio is, which I think is something that they could do in the future if the system allows for it.
Or if they, if this game is successful enough, they can explore more.
Yeah, it is something that we explored where we actually did do, audio shifted stingers, I guess you could call them.
Yeah. Gotta pick up those gears and bolts, just like in Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Speaking of the voice of Ratchet.
Yeah. Yeah, Chai is, I'm almost certain, the same person who does Ratchet. And I think he did like Leonardo or something like that on the Ninja Turtles.
Well, they did I will say this. Frequently on Japan, games that are produced in Japan and developed in Japan, the English storytelling cadence, the direction of the game, cutscenes and that kind of thing feels frequently pretty stilted. This game doesn't have that at all. It feels almost like an anime, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
They clearly had someone on the team do direction here who was very familiar with, had a strong vision, or they hired someone who's, officially like that.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, like the production and like the art direction behind it, I think is really sweet. But I'm not sure if the gameplay is really working for me right now.
Turn around.
So how
Oh,
did I die?
well, that's interesting.
What is that?
Yeah, you gotta go back. See if you can jump back up.
What's going on?
What? No. Go left. And go right. Yeah, fall down there.
I see. Nothing. All right.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. This game, I don't know how to get through those doors, or if you even can. But this game has a situation where, like, there's so many boxes. Like, they put boxes everywhere, but only the wooden crates are the ones that you can open. I think. But every crate or box that I come by, I'm like, can I hurt this? And hit it, and it's just like, no. Frequently the answer is no.
Yeah.
So it's at times a little bit confusing. You broke it.
Uh-oh. I think I found a shortcut.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's one of my full side scroller.
Yep.
Whoa.
When I got to this point, I was like, oh, is this...
It's more like a city.
The perks of being the world's leading tech company. Vandalay likes to show off.
Nice jump.
But I'm looking for what
I
they're
was wondering if this was a
You like digging up secrets. How about telling me?
If
bit
it took
trip
you this
runner
long to
style
ask,
thing.
You can wait a
Yeah,
bit
it feels
longer.
a little bit like
I'm
that.
shy, by the way.
Shy?
But it doesn't
Alright,
have
then.
the like perfect timing. If you just hold right and jump at the right times and slide at the right times, then you're gonna perfect it.
Just jump to the side, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nope.
When it goes yellow, jump. You did it.
Alright, ah, the heck?
Slippery, apparently.
Yeah, the platforming really doesn't feel like I should be timing.
No. Even though occasionally, like, if you just happen to hit the jump button at the right time, it goes, hey.
Yeah.
Wow! A lot of shortcuts around here.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
I was gonna say. Yeah, triangles.
I mean, it's clever. I'm curious if this like it feels good through, you know, whatever 10 hours of playing this, or if I'm gonna be like, I really can't take this. I feel like there should be a bit more forgiveness in the way it works.
That box you might be able to open?
Yeah, I'll just
pontificating. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, those ones look like you should be able to bust them open, but at least initially. I'm sure that after a while you sort of learn what you can and can't.
Protection activated. Don't touch the red lasers. Obviously.
Just dodge the lasers for now? Oh, okay.
Dodge lasers for now, yeah. Oh.
Hey, cool. What's that?
I wouldn't touch that.
A tube amp.
Well, you're not dead. That's a plus.
The
survived.
opposite, actually. It feels like I'm powered up.
Here you go.
808 is showing me you've got a lot of energy stored up in your arm. How about letting it out?
I can build up energy in his reverb page, 2 unleash special attacks. When enough energy is stored up, the reverb page will Okay. Oh, L and R at the same time.
Yeah.
Please don't explode. Power core!
Oh, and there was a timing thing with that too, huh?
There was, yeah. They throw that at you last minute. I think there's more stuff if you go back the other way behind you to your right.
These boxes right here.
Well, yeah.
And the game is collect boxes.
Yep.
Collect stuff in boxes.
Break the boxes to collect the things in the boxes.
So that's the other thing, right? When it goes into that like special attack thing, fine when you're playing enemies, kind of not great when you're hitting boxes. It makes you like pause.
Yeah, it slows you down.
Oh, so that's another thing that they're doing. So when you do a perfect hit, they're laying the audio with what you're hearing now, which is like the vocal pieces. So presumably if you continue to play on the beat...
Oh, go back to that other guy. You might have already missed it. Actually.
Oh, wow! You seem to be able to now use...
Oh,
that
yeah.
literally...
Reminder!
Yeah.
But these special attacks are key. Landing beat hits will knock batteries out of your enemies. But it seems like all the energy will disappear after...
Like they say, if
You live with
So you have to do it at the end, before the end of the battle.
Yeah. Also, pause real quick. If you just do one square attack on the beat. I didn't mean pause. You see that rest?
No.
Attack once, rest. You just hit, yeah, so if you attack once and then skip the next beat and then attack on the beats, basically beats 1 and 3, it just lets you launch.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. There's a rest when if you hit just attack once, you'll see by his feet it kicks out a little rest. That's the thing, like you learn from listening to those hint bots.
Wrecker wants him wasted. So
I
let's
know we
waste
skipped a
him.
couple. Don't forget your special bar.
Horrible. Oh, you really can't have to.
I think you can interrupt it by attacking. Nice. Oh wow, that guy dropped a lot of batteries.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good when you're in, like launching the attacks as a combo.
Not bad at all.
The regular gameplay feels still a little like unintuitive. And I don't know if it's because I've played enough rhythm games that I'm decent at this, or like it's allows enough slop in there that most people should be able to play it relatively well.
Yeah, I think that it's probably a combination of those things. Yeah, this is a weird one too.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, smash.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's like a rhythm base then.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, there's some also like mix of non-rhythm pieces in here, but I mean the system works well enough. I like this is something that you and I have gone back and forth on when we're designing stuff. It's like how rhythmic should things be. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay.
Yeah. I got squished there a whole number of times.
Yep. I think there's a gap.
There is. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I see the gap. Okay.
There is stuff further down if you go through it. You increase your reverb gauge with enough of those.
Close. More? Yeah, instead of like a beat thing, you have the cat that's kind of giving you your timing.
Yeah, you've synchronized to the cat. I thought that was a fun little conceit. Also, being a fan of cats, you know, that's nice. It's a good way to get a mascot. I mean, almost immediately when this was announced on the game Xbox Developer Direct.
Generator
And you
looks
saw the
busted.
cat, you're like,
Did you fix
yes.
it? Any
No,
tools
there was
nearby?
I read a headline like the following
I got a better
morning,
idea.
just a news article that was like the fans are suggesting that the new Xbox mascot should not be Master Chief, but should be that cat.
Not a bad idea.
I was like, oh, what? You think so? I think it'd be great. Master Chief is great for first-person shooter games, but I think Xbox maybe wants to expand their image beyond
Oh,
just
hitting the wrong button.
first-person shooters. Oh man, this is like Leap Beat Agents. Timing circles around the edge.
Alright. It's annoying.
Right? It's like, oh yeah, you don't have to do anything, and then there's all these little mini rhythm games.
And the beat goes on.
Look, the other thing with these is like you have to learn the beat. There's not really a clear indication what the beat is, except there's going to be on a beat. And so when you get to it, you're like, oh, I have to listen to it a couple times before I'm like, this is the cadence you want me to use. So like in that one, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how it was. Like, there's not really a good indication that that's what it is until you just mess up a couple times.
So in rhythm games, the way that is typically handled, like Elite Beat Agents, is that they have a very loud sort of appearance on screen, and you visually feel that rhythm when it's like one, like while one's going, the next one will appear, and you'll usually see 2 or 3 of them appear at once with a certain timing window, just as they visually appear, which gives you a hint as to when you should attack. But there was so much space in between them that it was like, well, I guess it's just a visual game because you can't really see, where that pulse is going to be until it gets down there, and you're like, okay, now. Oh boy.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that may be a dead end for now.
Let's listen to my rhythm.
Can those things get broken? No.
Reminder. Sick days must be registered 6 months before desired date. Asterisk. Sick days for robotic employees will not be approved.
By the way, is our stream quality any good? Because the preview in YouTube looks awfully choppy.
It may be a little bit choppy. I think it comes and goes. I don't think there's a block button for this.
Nope.
Just gonna stay attacking in the air.
Oh, that's weird.
Now you can take him down. Ooh, that was a big one.
Alright. I get to break their stun gauge. Got it. Got it. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Did I come this way? No.
Ari.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Yeah, this is inconsistently doing it for me. Like, there's parts of it where I'm just like, oh, I like the way this is working. Mostly when you actually get, like, stuck in a brawl, but... I think the problem is, right, like, when I'm playing that big brawl and fighting that blue guy...
Yep.
You want to maintain on your rhythm, so you're like, okay, I'm hitting on the beat. Hitting on the beat, but your blocking is not on the beat. Your blocking is get out of the way because it's ready to hit you, and when you've already committed to a combo, you're just going to be like... I'm just going to take whatever's coming at me at this point because I can't break this. And that's where I feel like it's a little frustrating because it's not working the way I want it to.
How would you want it to in that case?
Yeah, I guess like... There's the whole aspect of responsiveness, right? Like it's a brawling game where you want responsiveness to be key. So it's sort of like in God of War or something like that, when you're like in the middle of committing a combo and you're like, I need to get out of the way now. I'm going to use my dodge button and that's going to break the combo for me. But I feel like if I go down here and I just commit to a combo, right? Oh, it does break it.
Does it feel? Are you using the bumper to dodge out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe that... It does sound like you're... Maybe it's just the way that the sound effect is triggered for that it mixes it musically. But it does sound...
I'm pressing rhythmically.
Okay.
And that's part of the other thing, right? Like, I want to dodge rhythmically, and that's also not right.
Right.
So that's me doing it not rhythmically.
Yeah, just button mash.
Well, if you button mash... Well, basically, if you button mash the main attack button, I seem to be hitting the rhythm regardless.
Yeah.
But if you hit Y... Y seems to be doing it too. Yeah, I think if you just mash, it just starts pushing you into the rhythm anyways.
Which is sort of nice. If they're doing it so that, like, if you're close enough, they make it so the attack is shifted slightly to land on beat, and then the animation itself is timed so that it will hit on the beat, and the window for the animation before the next animation triggers is the length of a beat, then it would automatically continue. Like, once it eases you into the beat, you can just keep hitting the attack button, and all the attacks would be on the beat, and it would sound and feel great.
I mean, if you check this out, right, like, when I'm hitting on the beat, it gives you the audio flourish.
Yep.
You get that hey, hey, right? Now if I mash it, see, it's ignoring the fact that I'm mashing it, but it's still going into the 1, 2, 3 hit. It's not giving the audio flourish, but on the last one, it's giving it to you anyway. So me doing a full button combo is not hitting on a beat, but see, it's still going to that. That's doing it on beat. And you get the smash hit sound effect on that as well.
Yeah, the following sort of trailing slam that it sounds.
But the difference between that and just like mashing, it's still gonna give me it. Here's the bonus, but it doesn't give you the flourish major hit. My guess is that doing it on the beat gives you like damage bonuses plus the AD. The jumping still is getting me.
Yeah, the jumping is super wonky.
Yep. I think that part of it too is that the camera angle. I shouldn't have gotten that, but
I was gonna say, yeah, that door was down.
How about combining those heavy and light attacks for even more combos and beat hits? Okay. Now's the time to try it out.
Got it. On what?
I don't know. Break those boxes though, man. You can't just leave boxes hanging around. There you go. Oh, combo tutorial 1 and combo tutorial 2. You drop down. It's probably gonna put you on that stage.
Yeah. Timing gets a little trickier, but give it a shot. Hey, don't give up.
Nicely done.
Didn't press anything.
What did we say?
Hey, don't give up.
It's another one.
They don't show you that last part in the UI, like to give you the heads up that the timing circle's coming.
Not bad.
That was pretty bad.
You can do the other tutorial level.
Got another combo for you. Let's see how you handle this one.
YXXX? No. YX.
Perfect. Like it should be.
Got it. Yeah, I should point out that your character's running on the beat and everything. I mean, it sort of goes without saying for this game. Basically, everything is animated to the beat in some way, which is really nice.
But it is causing like this weird stickiness of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's like the jumping. Like, I feel like if it's near the beat, it tends to hold, and then it feels like you're glued in place for like a split second, which doesn't feel responsive.
Yeah, yeah. I will say that the gravity ratchets up pretty quickly. Like you peak and fall very fast. You reach terminal velocity on your downward motion very quickly in this. I'm sure a lot of tweaking went into that. Are you using your new combo?
Oh, I was like trying to find my dash button.
You have your special. You use it over?
What did you use special for when I got
This'll be easy.
normal skills? So,
Oh, good thing you saved your special. Nice. I like the comic book effects.
yeah, I mean, like the game looks good. Like the art style they
Hey,
chose
look,
for this feels like
exit.
a
Told you this was easy.
That's
like
fate,
if Mega
idiot.
Man continued
They're
to
clearly
make its way into
expecting
3D, this would have looked
What? Nothing
Yeah.
I can't handle.
2022, 2023.
Wow, that was a lot of boxes. Break boxes, 2 feet. Oh. Hidden goodies. There's definitely stuff up there.
What am I supposed to do with all this coinage?
I assume that you're eventually going to meet from what I've seen in the trailers and stuff, I think you get a crew together. You're probably going to be able to upgrade things.
That's nice. My ability to read through stuff on games, it's like, I don't read anything.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. I read everything, but I know a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, especially like long RPGs are like, read forever. I'm like, I'm good. I came here to play the game, not to read.
Yep. There are, I have friends who, play World of Warcraft when it originally came out. They're just like, I watch them play and they just run up to a quest giver, hit the button, and then skip through everything and just say like, okay.
I
And then follow the
Diablo. When we played Diablo, I was like,
Yeah.
that's nice.
I wanted to follow that along and get to know why we're doing things and just a different approach and outlook on how to play the game.
The reason why is because the person who made the game decided that's the next thing to do.
Well, yeah.
And then you feel bad, there's like some writer who's like, I spent a lot of time on that, and you're just like, blah, 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 blah.
There you go. Oh, you're just attacking to the we're 808.
Yeah.
He's moving awfully leisurely
See,
now.
just like I thought. It's fine. You need to relax.
Introducing the head of production, Rekka!
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
There you are.
I wonder if this model up like the lead producer
Rekka's
in the game.
crew. Rekka's production. And worse.
Oh, because of the production.
Perfect.
Like,
No.
that's our senior producer, Rekka,
Yeah.
who's
Your
really into,
security tried to kill me.
like WWE.
Project Armstrong, EULA.
I like her belts as
Fine
boss.
print. Should've read it, punk. Defects get recalled.
Recalled? You mean killed?
Rekka ain't picked the verbs. That's for the mooks in marketing. Anyway, thanks for being dumb enough to just waltz in here. Rekka ain't gotta get her hands dirty.
I like this shiny
I told
dystopia.
you.
Welcome to the Project Armstrong
Shiny, very
defense
colorful.
check, honey.
Futuristic dystopia. They were like,
RQA
I don't know if it was a
best
comment that was
in
made
the
in the stream or not. It may have been when I was playing it for the stream, but there's a point where they're like, we've just added another mandatory day to the week. And it is a work day. You are required to be at work to meet quota or whatever. They're just like, oh, we just artificially extended the work week. What?
I like defense.
That's good.
I like how they taste.
Oh, that's
This is a boss battle now.
Looks like it's gonna be.
Yeah. You get this far when you played it?
No, you're ahead of me, which is fine. I'm enjoying it.
Alright. Just remember that my dot button on the other side.
Let's rock, big boy.
Bring it.
This little thing, like the camera's pulled way back, and you're like, it's doing this
Chai,
little bits
his
of damage.
hands
It
are
reminds me a
extra
little bit of
sensitive for,
God of War.
inspecting.
I want to say 3,
Way to say.
where you're fighting like Zeus or something, and the camera's way back, and you're this little Kratos swinging these little chains, still doing major damage to a god. Massive giant.
Hands down, Chai. Go get him.
Ooh, nice dodge.
Oh no.
Wow.
Use these. Try and dodge this.
Oh, are you hitting him? Oh yeah, you are. Nice. Thought it might be a hand thing. Did it just push you through the ground?
Yeah.
Did it reset you up on the platform? Yeah, that's a fairly standard thing that happens in games. There's like a collision layer below the ground where, just in case the user or the player falls through the geometry, it just teleports you back up to another good location. I suspect that's what happened there.
Die.
Time to get serious.
Oh man, boy, did they go wild with the anime style like manga moments. Can you hit him his chest? I guess. I feel like they should give you a bonus for jumping up and hitting him the head versus. His hands are too hot from that.
Now's my chance.
Not over yet.
You almost got him.
I can see that.
I like how they get the expression out of it. It looks a little bit like the Iron Giant. The face and the eyes. How they get expression out of the robot.
Get out of there!
Special attack is ready.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the end there. Yeah, it's like it never feels like I'm really doing that well. So
Yeah.
I think it's because I have to focus so much on the weapons or something here.
It's like I'm
You
from a
got a
movie.
killer track. But every song's gotta end.
Very epic.
Ow. Oh no, QA 1 million. Or 1 mil, I guess.
That's terrifying.
Right. Out from under there. Neat.
Gonna make me do this.
Classic.
Or is it gonna do like a
Boom. That's a great way to.
there's a lot of like hand animated stuff that gets thrown in there for those.
They're really.
Yeah.
There really is. They're really excellent with their cutscenes. Nice. Rank A. Slick.
Yeah, there's some clever humor in this. I think it's a lot more fun than
Did you see that?
than it had any
Yeah,
right
yeah.
to be.
But this
Yeah.
time, just shut up and follow me. We really gotta
Especially
get
for
out
something that got like, shadow dropped on us.
Yeah. There's so
No
much
complaining
style
this time.
and sort of
All right.
charm
All right.
in the storytelling, the art style, to an extent, the gameplay. I say to an extent, and I sort of qualify that because there are the weird quirks that maybe enough time with the game, you sort of like fall into the rhythm of the game,
No.
so to say. But it's hard to say after however long you just played that for, an hour or so of gameplay, right?
Yeah. Why did I do that?
Did you do a load game?
No, I
Because we can see an hour 27. Is that what that said?
trying to get to be quiet a bit. All right, well, this is our gameplay session.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game. Maybe we'll play some more of it, but I feel like it's a mixed bag of gameplay where it's because it requires timing to play well. It kind of forces you into a rhythm pattern, even if you're just like mashing, right? It goes, okay, well, we're waiting for the next beat, and we're going to quantize this anyways. I think that's when they say you don't have to play to the rhythm for it to feel like for it to work. But when you're not playing to the rhythm, the timing feels awfully sloppy and doesn't feel right. Like, it doesn't feel like an action game. It feels like a game that's waiting for the right beat to do anything. And I think that's where it kind of fails. And their claim that like you don't need to play, it's like, yeah, technically it's right, but the gameplay itself is still making it is still aligning to the rhythm, and when it's doing that, that's when it feels off.
Yeah, it's I think, as I was saying earlier on, the thing for me that drives that home is all of the little musical, I should say not just musical, but oral oral things and visual things that they do to reinforce the musical hits. And non-musical hits end up feeling there's so much extra that goes into and reward for hitting on music that it almost feels like you're just not performing correctly. You're not attacking right, even though it's a fine, successful hit, at least according to what they were suggesting. that it so pushes you towards that it just comes off feeling like now I'm doing something wrong, which
Right.
you know that it's they're not explicitly punishing you, but they still are in terms of like you know, having that still be so clearly delineated between what is a musical, yes, this is the way to go hit, we want you to be doing this, versus just, you know, attack.
I think it's just basically, it's like if you are mashing your game, then you'll feel like a very unresponsive game.
Yeah.
And I feel like they may have been able to balance it more between like, these are non-rhythmic hits that play just fine, but you're not going to get all the musical like flourishes and maybe bonus damage or bonus points or the ABC ranking.
Right.
Instead, you'll get just a rhythm action game that, or like an action game that is less rhythmic and maybe less interesting. But maybe they were balancing it between, well, if you don't do this, some people just end up not learning the rhythm parts of it, and it just then the whole game is like the whole system we built on top just doesn't get seen, and maybe that's another problem there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Hopefully the stream was okay. I'm gonna have to check it out afterwards to see if the streaming was
How successful?
Yeah, because the PlayStation streaming seems to be fine. The
Yeah,
PC
yeah.
streaming seemed to have run into lots of issues, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll check the stream afterwards. So, well, thanks everybody for joining along. I guess we will see you all next week. If you want to listen to the news or gameplay, it'll probably be the news next week. So, tune in for that.
All right.